If you're not a trust fund baby, creating real wealth is hard and takes some serious work. For someone earning $500,000 a year, so a $500,000 salary, over the course of 20 years, your net income before you spend one single dollar is $5.8 million. And we know that people do spend dollars because money is easy to spend. So the challenge for anyone is that you've got to save and then invest enough to create your wealth for the future, but you're starting 2 steps behind. Most people think when they've got a decent amount of money rolling into their bank account every week or month and they're saving at a solid clip that they feel like they're doing well. And that's great. But reality is that your goal as an investor should be that you want to replace your salary with investment income. Now, the 5% rule says that you can draw an income of 5% from a pool of investments without eating into capital. So that means that if you've got $1 million invested, that'll give you an income of about 50 grand a year for the rest of your life. $2 million, income of 100 grand. $4 million, income of 200 grand, and so on and so forth. So if you have a target for how much income you want to replace from investments, that gives you an indication of how much money you need to have in your investment portfolio, how much you need to have in wealth to actually get there. Even just replacing the average income in Australia, you'd need about $2 million in wealth, $2 million after-tax dollars in wealth that's invested to give you an income of about 100 grand a year for the rest of your life. That's no small undertaking. Then you've got to get a roof over your head and get yourself mortgage free. So it means that you've got some serious work to do. The good news is when you've got a decent amount of time to invest, you can let time and money do its thing with the magic of compound interest, but you have to get started. For me, one of the most powerful things that you can do if you want to create real wealth is to actually understand the trajectory that you're on with your money. If you keep saving at the rate that you're currently saving, keep earning at the rate that you're currently earning, what does that mean for how your investments are going to build over the next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Because if you need to course correct and change what you're doing, which most people do, the easiest time to do that is now. If you wait a month, a year, 5 years, you're just going to need to do more, to sacrifice more, and to save more to end up in exactly the same position. Take the time to understand the pathway that you're on. That will allow you to make those changes now and mean that you have to do less to end up in the same spot.